For 60 years, she's been one of Marvel's most powerful, most alluring, and honestly most complicated villains. We're talking about Amora of Asgard, the Enchantress. But is she just a lovesick sorceress or a stone-cold master manipulator? Well, let's dive in and try to figure that out. Okay, so her whole story really kicks off right here, with this one line from her very first appearance, way back in 1964. It's a pretty clear mission statement, right? It perfectly captures the obsession that has driven her from day one. It always, always comes back to Thor. In that obsession, it immediately puts her squarely into a classic role. Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, the legends who created her, basically designed her to be the quintessential femme fatale. That beautiful, seductive woman whose charm just means doom for any hero who crosses her path. She was built from the ground up to be a really personal and really formidable enemy for the god of thunder. But listen, don't let the femme fatale thing fool you into thinking she's just a pretty face. Like all Asgardians, she is incredibly powerful. We're talking about someone who can lift up to 25 tons, a total physical powerhouse. But what's so fascinating is how rarely she actually uses that strength. Because, you see, while she's got the muscle, her true menace, the thing that really makes her one of Asgard's greatest threats, comes from her absolute mastery of magic. And her magical toolkit is just staggering. We're talking mind control, manipulating time, warping reality itself, even bringing people back from the dead. This incredible range of powers puts her right up there in the top tier of magic users in all of Asgard. In fact, she's second only to the sorceress Karnilla. And here's the kicker, Karnilla was actually her teacher once upon a time. And this right here explains the brilliant source of all that power. It's this potent mix, right? Part of it is a natural, raw talent for magic, but she's supercharged that talent with a massive library of arcane knowledge. After her mentor kicked her out for being too undisciplined, she didn't just quit. Oh no. She went out and systematically seduced other powerful sorcerers, learning all their secrets along the way. So that brings us to how she operates. Because Amora almost never resorts to a straight-up fight. And why would she? Her greatest weapons are manipulation and seduction, and she amplifies them with her incredible magic. Her most infamous trick, and it is devastatingly effective, is a magical kiss. Just a single touch of her enchanted lips, and she can turn almost any man into her loyal pawn, a complete slave to her every command. It's a terrifyingly simple tool she's used over and over again to build armies and tear her enemies down from the inside. And this contrast, it just perfectly captures the central paradox of her entire life. With Thor, it's just constant, frustrating failure. He's the one prize she can never ever win. But then you have Scourge the Executioner, and with him, she has absolute, crushing success, keeping him completely enslaved for years. It really reveals the core of her manipulative nature. She craves what she can't have and just ruthlessly exploits what she can. And yeah, while Thor always managed to resist her, Scourge the Executioner, well, he wasn't so lucky. Her complete and total control over him led to one of the most tragic stories in the history of Asgard. You can see their whole tragic relationship laid out right here. For years, she just dangled affection right in front of him, always just out of reach, using his love for her to turn him into her personal, brutal enforcer. But then, when he finally had enough of her contempt and sacrificed himself in this incredibly noble way, something totally unexpected happened. She didn't just move on, she actually grieved for him, genuinely. And we're not talking about some quiet sadness here. Her grief was a cosmic storm. It was so profound, so all-consuming, that she attacked the world tree, Yggdrasil, the very axis connecting all the 9 realms. She was willing to tear reality itself apart just to bring him back, which proves that somewhere, deep down, he meant a lot more to her than just a pawn. This surprising flash of complexity, that's really the key to understanding her entire history. She has constantly shifted her role in the Marvel Universe, bouncing between hero, villain, and pure opportunist, depending entirely on what suited her best at that moment. Look at her record. Her allegiance is never fixed. During the first Secret Wars, she's siding with Dr. Doom in the villains. But when the fire giant Surtur invades Asgard, she fights to defend her home. She'll heal a wounded Thor to help him defeat Hela one day, and then turn right around and join Malekith's Stark Council to try and conquer the realms the next. She serves only one master, herself.
So what does this all mean? Amora is so much more than just a one-dimensional villain. She's a force of nature, a survivor, and her 60-year history leaves us with this fascinating and maybe unanswerable question. Is she a tragic figure whose cruelty is just a twisted, desperate search for connection? Or is she simply a master manipulator who only wants control? Perhaps, after all this time, the truth is, she's both.